If these videos seem kind of lackluster today, it's because it is a Monday. Let's compare the following expressions. 2y to the third versus the quantity 2y to the third. Do you think these are the same?
No.
No? Maybe? Last time I said they were the same, I got burned. No, they're different. 2y to the third. Understand that what we've seen before doesn't change. Nothing that we do in math is going to change. We keep adding to it. We keep expanding. We keep opening that door further and further. Okay? You guys go into math like you go into scary movies when you were 5 years old. You have your eyes like this. You kind of cover up. I don't want to see the whole thing. Right? Take the blinders off. Now, in this problem, we understand that's 2 times y to the third, right? And what that means to me is that that's 2 times, because now if I do it this way, you see the cube is only applied to the y, right? 2 is my coefficient. Remember that fancy word? So that means this is 2 times y times y times y. Yes? Now, is that the same thing that I have over here? No, because over here on the right side, I have the cube applied to the whole 2y, right? So what that really means to me is 2y times 2y times 2y. Now understand this is all multiplication here, right? Even though we don't write that when we talk about coefficients, we understand that that is multiplication. And what have I said is the great thing about multiplication? Nothing. I've said nothing. Look,
Oh, what?
what is your dill pickle?
I don't know. It's Monday.
The great thing about multiplication is that the order doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. That's what you said.
Yeah, but you guys didn't say that. You're looking at me like, I don't know. Since multiplication of the order doesn't matter, I can rearrange this and say 2 times 2 times 2 and get 8. And how many factors of y do I have?
30.
So we can see that there is a difference. You have to pay very close attention to what the exponent is attached to. Is that cool?
Put the exponent back on
Say again?
Put the exponent back on 8y.
On here? Let me put the exponent back on.
I mean, like, you solved it.
I didn't solve it. I just I did simplified. Simplified. Yeah. So the two main words we're going to see this chapter will be evaluate and simplify, but most often simplify. So I could ask you to evaluate. If I say evaluate 7 x squared y to the third, this is just an expression. If I ask you to evaluate this for an x value of 2 and a y value of negative 5, what do you think you would do in this example? Just plug in these values, right? So it means I could rewrite this and have 7. Now when you substitute, as we saw on the test, use parentheses, right? So parentheses squared, what goes inside the parentheses? 2. And I'm going to replace the y with what? Okay. Now it's just a matter of do the work that's in front of you. Okay. So this is 7. What's 2 squared? 4. And what's negative 5 to the third?
125.
What was that?
125.
That's going to be negative, right?
I thought it was positive because the negative tends to, oh yeah.
I have 3 negative factors, so it's going to end up being negative. And you know, it would help if when you guys answer, you answer quickly enough so it doesn't turn into a Dora episode. Okay? So what's 2 squared? That's right. It's 4. I mean, I can make those silly faces if you want to. Although you guys on YouTube can't see how awesome it is. It's probably better that they can't see my face. Then they would probably unsubscribe. All 12 of them. All right, now, this is all multiplication. Does the order matter? I know how I would multiply this. That's just because I'm awesome. How would you multiply it? 7 times 4 is 28, right? Times negative 125, and what do you get?
That's why I pull out the calculator and type, and there's my answer.
No one's going to do that? Oh yeah, now we'll whip out the calculator.
It's negative something.
It is negative something. Thank you, Captain Obvious. The Justice League is calling.
3,500. Negative 3,500.
3,500. Now, you know, this is not the way I would have done the problem.
Why?
Now, why would I multiply the 4 times 125 first, Boris?
You're gonna get 500.
I get negative 500. How do you do math so well? Think about this as $1.25. As something costs $1.25 and you buy 4 of them, how much is it? It's $5. Now, if I do that times 7, then the math is a lot easier, and that's negative 3,500. And that's how I would have done the problem. You need to be able to see different ways of getting the same answer, because I said the order doesn't matter when you multiply. So 7 times 500 is a lot easier to me than 28 times 125.